Hello, hello, everyone. I do have this on Do Not Disturb on my phone. And so it's made it black and white on my end. I don't know if it is on your end. I don't know why it would be any different, but nor do I know why it needs to be on black and white just because I said do not disturb. I know it's for sleeping, but I don't know. Anywho, I've got the cards all taken out here because I do this every time I want to shuffle them all. And so I just kind of break them out in parts. However, they kind of, last night's were however they fell down in the case. I'm going to put them back in here today while I do the read. Our first card was Parade. So someone is, oh, and just so you know, some of the cards only have the word on it. And some of the cards are completely drawn in and colored in with the research on them. So they're just in different stages. We have Parade here. Someone is parading. Oh, I didn't even shuffle it. We have Parade. Someone's parading the fact. They could be quite proud of themselves regarding their blood, sweat, and tears in some kind of situation where it considers grace. Being given grace, maybe coming in for an apology and being given grace in the situation. Maybe they think that they have some kind of clout with somebody where it's like, oh, it doesn't matter what I do because they'll always forgive me, or I always have a way in, or it could be a family member who made someone distraught in the family, and maybe they're boasting about that, where possibly they're going to need some grace because of some of the ill intent of what's been going on. Maybe someone completely tried to destroy it or hide somebody's dreams. Maybe they're taking a double take on that now since there's an awkward silence between them. We've got the number 20 coming back on the new day. The heart wants what it wants. The number 20 is about a decision that needs to be made. It is also the Judgment card in Tarot. It's a wake-up call for the soul. Could have something to do with the time frame of January 20th to March 4th. Someone's being forced to be quiet regarding this climb on the ladder. Somebody was trying to get ahead. Maybe they're trying to get ahead in some kind of group or in some kind of work situation, who knows, but they ignored the red flags because they were impulsive and a little bit immature in their mentality. They're emotionally immature regarding what they had said. We've got the hierarchy. We've got the earth angels, the earthbound entities and whatnot being a part of this situation. And they were maneuvering them in order to get ahead. They didn't realize of the spiritual consequences of what was going on for this lack of respect. There's hurdles here. Now someone's caught in a place they're not too sure how to get out of, so they just kind of freeze there. They're in need of some nutrition, vitamins, and essential oils for everything they kept doing during the new moon. Now something is being delivered. They had to get rid of what wasn't important, and that probably was an earth angel. Something that wasn't needed. Maybe someone's identified the Virgo in the story. and the earth has just fallen out of their underneath their feet regarding some kind of house or stability because someone was spiritually protected. In case you didn't know, cats are spiritual protectors. That's why oftentimes you'll see them going between the camera and the reader on videos, because someone has some ill intent on the other side of the camera and it's protecting the reader. We have a catfish. It's being illuminated by the moon for using people around them for their own gains, their own purposes. Probably using people in a cabin or a lodge, or trying to take a break and using those people. Because this catfish is a parasite. Robotic in nature. Does what they're told. Doesn't have much to think about other than the lesson that was learned, and the offer about it that was given was quite clear. This could have been an offer that had happened during the springtime to the summertime. Could be someone who's quite voluptuous. It might even be someone who said they didn't know. I say that because the watermelon seeds, they're being sold as a snack now. And who knew that you can actually eat the watermelon seeds? I think it's the white ones that you can actually eat. I don't know, don't quote me. Or maybe there's a seed inside the black ones. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, nutritionalist, psychics, therapist, none of those things. Maybe they're trying to say that they didn't know this person was now having to carry their home on their back. Maybe they didn't realize that there was a trail of evidence being left everywhere they went and everything that they did regarding somebody's stability, what they did to somebody's family. Granted, this is an imperfect person, aren't we all? They were diligent in creating within the four walls, whether it be through artistic means, spell work, gossip, some kind of art endeavor, trying to erode the very land or the very footing that this person had for themselves. There's an overwhelming amount of emotion at this point. Almost like controlled chaos. Someone took a flight. Their attitude was, it's my way or the highway. And now they're purely just a clown with the clownfish. Here they were, busy little bee, a female that is. Now all they're asking for or looking for is peace. They want to reach out with an olive branch. Maybe they're going to say, I was only protecting the queen bee. Making people fearful of something that they had no reason to be fearful about. And now that whole idea is erupting. And people are seeing that individual as a monster. Haunted at the fact that they can't change their stripes. They can't change what they've done. Sorry, a cheetah can't change their spots. People are now using their discernment on what it is that they think they're seeing or hearing or understanding, and now this person's putting their head in the sand. Perhaps they're embarrassed or ashamed of the assumptions that were made or given or provided or people were led to. This person is plain empty. They could have been doing this since they were 17, from the ages of 17 to 24. Also could be those days of the month. It also could be days from now. 17 days to 3 weeks from now. There's holes in their story, their sense of entitlement. But the spiritual realm is at play, and everything's going to hit a black hole. They were messing with a Heyoka empath. There's a rat in the mix. I do have to say, though, on any kind of story that you may hear or reading you may watch, just be mindful, use your discernment. Roles can be reversed, so someone could be talking about, let's just say, a Aquarius when maybe you're the Aquarius or the other party is an Aquarius, or it could be an Aquarius who is dealing with the situation and it's going on around that individual. It also has to deal with energies. So if somebody within the story makes a different choice than what the choice is that they're planning on making during the time of the story, then of course the outcome will change. The only way the outcome would stay the same is if everybody is doing the same exact thing that they had already planned on doing while the energy of the story is being read. You also have to keep in mind the perspective of the reader who is reading. Let's just say someone's saying that you're going to become wealthy. Wealth can be more than just finances. Not only that, but the limit of finances or the amount of finances could be pretty important, considering $50 to one person means a whole different thing to $1 million to another, and vice versa. Everything and anything in here is vice versa. Always do your own research on everything and anything that you hear, see, read. Always do your research. I learned that even when they do scientific studies, depending on who the person is who is conducting the scientific study, if they're wanting the study to go in a certain direction, they may even skew their findings to it so it can appear to be what it is that they had wanted to find. So be mindful. Just because studies show doesn't mean that studies show. That's why there's different people doing different experiments and different researches and different studies on the same topic. Also understand that sometimes people can say the same exact things but mean something totally different. For example, if I told you to sit down and draw a symbol of some sort, and then I wanted you to explain the symbol to somebody who can draw it for you, you can use the same words, but you'll end up with maybe 15 different drawings of the same symbol directions if there's 15 different people drawing the picture. I don't know why all these disclaimers are important today, but they are. With that being said, I'm going to end this live and begin a new live using the regular format in which I usually use outside of the shuffling. Every day I'm hustling. It's a song I'm hearing right now. Thank you so much for being here. We've got money on the table as well as a top hat. Maybe there's some kind of occasion that needs to be dressed up for, that someone is taking a huge risk. I did want that card so I could make it actually gold. Anywho, again, thank you for being here. And now we can begin with the next read. Take care. Bye.